Okay, here we go. So I think I still have one little thing. Oh shit, I forgot to do this. God damn it.
砂浜に思いを刻んで。ほほん、ごめん遊ばせ。と言ってほって波しぶきがドボーン。はあ、侵食注意報。ふんふんふんはっはっはっ。ボディがお留守なのだわ。潮風が頬を撫でる。ほほん、ごめん遊ばせ。やっはっ。舞踏会へようこそ。アリス、育児なしはバイバイ。舐めないでください。裾が汚れます。侵食注意報。はっ、お手合わせによっよっ。ボディがお留守なのだわ。邪悪謀反。この気を逃さず。はっはっさっさっ受けて立つ。はっさっはっ終わりだ。えい。 待たせたね、柳。やっやっ終わりだ。この気を逃さん。ついはっさっやっとやっさっはっちれさっやっ
God damn it! I don't think I got my two.
刀はのうさやだ。はっやっさ
Yeah, the shitty thing is some of them have skills you have to hold down. And so basically while I'm holding down this... I didn't do 2 disorders, right? Oh, 3. Shit. Honestly, this is probably not the best team. I should probably just switch my Alice team because I think I get a lot. I think I get a lot of disorders for her.
この気を逃さん。やせはやはや耐えてみせる。
Awesome! Who doesn't love enemies that fucking go invincible for a period of time? And don't die because of it. Dude, it's like, don't you really fucking do my fucking attacks? Let me fucking charge my fucking thing! It's like every fucking time I try to charge it, he's like, no! I'm perfectly timed to fucking keep smacking you every time you try to do your skill. It's like, fuck off. Like, it's so fucking annoying when they time shit like that, where it's like, okay, I'm fucking recovered, now let me fucking charge my skill. Nope, sorry, there's another attack happening immediately afterward. Fuck you if you want to do your skill. Okay, all done with that though. Okay, now let's go. I could do the other one, which is a tower defense. I just don't feel like it. I mostly want to focus on this because this is more interesting. Like the other one is just a minigame. Both of them have the same timer to them, but tower defense, it's not as fun, and this will be more distracting.
救援信号はこのエリアの奥だ。ただし、よく聞いた。負傷者の状況は不明なの。犠牲を出さず、可能な限り多くの命を助けなさい。
先生、ここに近道があるよ。これを壊せば効率アップになるかも。
ダメよ。障害。
任務目標発見。
あなたたち、 無事かしら。
なんとかな。こっちには負傷者が大勢。
これならもっとスムーズに目的地を迎えるね。ここに痕跡があるよ。
ボスだ、あそこにいるぞ。
しっかり座っててね。こんなエーテリアスたちパパッと片付けちゃうから。
助けてくれ。
ラジャー、体勢が崩れた。
目標停止まで3分続行。
お嬢ちゃん。違う。
ダメダメ。僕の任務は
限りなくゼロに決まってるだろ。
はーい、休憩終わっ。
またか。
暴れないで。構成の意志があるホローレイダーの。
待て。確かに俺たちは防衛軍相手に盗みを働いたけどな。新エリートフォロー内救助条例。俺たちはもう何年もフォローを渡り歩いてきたし、豚箱行きもこの山で。
Nothing should have earned us that. I mean, okay, you say that, but who's gonna know if you were murdered somewhere in the Hollow when no one is, where there are no witnesses?
Damn. ダメなものはダメ。フォローはそんなに働き手がなくな。なんとかする。な。ビッグシードだって働き者のお手手が何度も壊れちゃったけど、お医者さんが。
なんだよそれ。冗談じゃない。死にそうなやつもいれば、本当に肘から下がなくなるかもしれない。
I'm sorry. You are a criminal. You are a criminal. It's like, I can't believe you talked to like known criminals. It's like we've been caught like they literally admit to being caught multiple times. It's like, so you're a repeat offender criminal. And you're whining and bitching that we're not treating you with respect? Fuck you, you're a fucking criminal. And a shitty one. Not even just like, and like, no appeal to emotion. No, oh my god, this is what we have to do to, my family is dying and it's the only way to make money. It's like, no, you're just like, no, fuck you. Like, yeah, I'm a criminal. Yeah, I've done it multiple times, but nothing I've done should have warranted death. It's like, wow, what a dick. We might be. It's like we're still people we bleed. Yeah, sure. It's like, what does it mean? No, an appeal to emotion. You're criminals. You're a group of criminals. You're a group of criminals who admit to being criminals. The fact that you're still people, yeah, no shit. Criminals are people too. You know, even in a world without hollows, you know, people in prison are still people. Yes, sure, we, you know, don't torture them, or we have to still treat them humanely. But you are a worse person because you were arrested. You are a worse person because you are a criminal. And you are just an unrepentant criminal who commits multiple crimes, relying on the fact that, well, you didn't commit anything so egregious that you get locked away. Although it's super weird because they've been caught multiple times. How the fuck are they still out, right? Do prisons not exist in this place?
急に大きな声出さないでよ。俺だ。
そこまでよ、シード。人の命をも。
Again, what the fuck's wrong with you?
フォローレイ
Like, don't play with their lives. First of all, I haven't played with their lives. Sure, that you might be messing with them, but regardless, they aren't people. They're criminals. There is a difference.
あなたは他人の痛みや苦しみを理解できない。そうでしょう。
And this is like the worst example ever, because like her whole point was like, I don't think you're capable of understanding human emotions. So I'll prove that by finding literally the worst, well, not literally, I guess, but figuratively the worst people in existence. And the fact that you can't empathize with the worst people in existence, somehow that's a fault against you. It's like, dude, fuck off, you know? No, bring her to a hospital. Bring her with people who are not assholes and see if she can empathize with the people's pain there. Don't take her to a place where people have been literally caught committing crime. This is a crime for them to be here. They are committing a crime being here. They admit that they're a career criminal, and yet we're supposed to empathize with their pain? Like, who gives a shit? Fuck them.
浮遊ビットのネジが1個足りなかった時は痛そうだなって思って。
やはりあなた。
そう？
人が死の恐怖に直面し、あなたに助けを求めていた時。
It's like, when someone comes to you afraid of death, ask for help. Your job is to protect them. Well, first of all, she's a soldier. No, she's not. Like, she's part of an elite squad of people, you know? You know? So she's like, that's not her job. She's a soldier. Even the military, you know? If a military operation is happening and some civilian run up to them and say, hey, I need help, save me, it's not their job to help them. They can choose to help them if they so choose. But, like, I mean, I don't know, because I don't even think... Because this blonde-haired woman is part of the New Eridu Defense Force. So, yeah, you're the Defense Force. You could be thinking of it like you're the National Guard. You're part of the National Guard, yes. Your purpose is to defend the country, but she's part of a group that's more offensive, I think. I think she actually goes into Hollows offensively to defend people. So it's like, it's not her job to do this shit. And also, these are criminals. Like... If you had to rate people, it's like, if I had to care about, like, why would you care about what assholes think, right? Like, I'm sorry, but if you're an asshole, like, I don't give a shit about what you think. Oh, you want help? Well, then don't be an asshole next time, because you're not going to get help if you're going to be a constant piece of shit, right? It's like, you're the source of their pain. No, their injuries are the source of their pain. The mental anguish that she says is fucking meaningless. It's like, you're the cause of no, they're fucking broken hands. This guy has supposedly a dislocated shoulder or something. They actually have injuries, you dipshit, to pretend that her words and somehow inflicted a bunch of psychic pain on these people is so fucking stupid. See, I think these two people are like the exact opposite of either spectrum. She doesn't empathize enough, and C doesn't empathize enough, and Veronica empathizes way too much. Like, who fucking cares what criminals think? Who fucking cares if you're making criminals feel uncomfortable? They're currently being saved. Doesn't matter. And this is what, like, so stupid. It's like, I can't believe you. You don't empathize with these career criminals who act like assholes. Like, at no point did they ever, express any sort of, like, nicety, right? They acted so entitled, and they acted like such little bitches. And yet somehow you're supposed to empathize and care more about these random assholes who are constantly committing crimes. And if you don't empathize with them, then you're not even human, apparently. It's like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Jeez. What a fucking weirdo. Yeah, anyway, presumably she's gonna fail, right? So, my guess is that whatever she's planning on doing is gonna fail because she's incompetent. Like, if you care that much, especially on the front lines, you're gonna die. Like, you're just gonna die. People who empathize that much are gonna get themselves killed because of empathy. I would say it's performative empathy, but we don't even know. She could actually empathize. I mean, to be fair, she's a doctor, so she is, she presumably chose that to help people. But it's just like, come on, man, like, you're so fucking stupid. Like, to think that, oh, well, because C doesn't empathize with these career criminals who, after interacting with them, are completely antagonistic and entitled, somehow that makes her less of a person. And the escalation of not even human, you just look like one. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Not everyone has to over-empathize. You could just be someone with a modicum of empathy. And also, like, Seed speaks in weird ways. So she says, oh, it's like this. And you're like, no, it's not like that. So, really? Do you even know what she's saying? No, you don't. Because she's giving some weird mechanical analogy, and you don't understand what it means, so she could actually be getting the point, but because you don't understand her, you're just assuming that she's not. And then, of course, it's like so fucking stupid. The fact that she even said that Seed was causing them pain. Like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? They're literally injured, you dipshit. That's what's causing them pain. Being talked back to, and, you know, for them being threatened, and like, and for their feelings not to be considered, like, fuck them. Like, that's not, like, who gives a shit about your feeling? Like, the fact that he's like, oh, we're people too. It's like, yes, criminal people. You should be in jail. You should be dead. If I wasn't here, you would be dead. And this is what you have to say to your rescuers. That somehow you should be treated, because like it's not even just human right. Like, dude, you're being rescued. Those are your human rights. You know, you're not being tortured. You are being rescued. Just because I don't give a shit about your health and your feelings doesn't mean shit. Because you are being treated with your human rights because you're not dead. But you're getting so entitled that apparently you need to be babied and pampered despite admitting to being a career criminal. It's like, dude, no. But yeah, and then Magus' plan is just so stupid. Because it's like, she doesn't even know how Seed Sr. is giving out the knock-knock messages, but they're still gonna do this silly plan where Seed Sr. now has new conflicting messages, even after Seed already believes that Seed Sr. is alive. Seed believes Seed Sr. is alive. I'm just gonna say Flora. Flora believes Flora believes Seed is alive because of those messages. So you coming up with the new orders of saying, oh, well, Seed's going off and doing this shit, you don't have to worry about this. It's like, or you could have just not done it at all. Like, there's no reason to do this. Like, basically, never recommend. Like, don't. Like, if you want to lie, sure, but don't lie for no reason, right? Don't, like, go out of your way to make up a lie that no one's asking. Like, you're creating this lie that no one was asking.
どうしたのシード？あんたが一人で任務に出たっておねび隊長から聞いたけど、何かトラブル？なんでもないよ。ニトロフューエルをこぼしちゃっただけ。それよりもプロ騎士君、死ぬってどういうことなのかな。ビッグシードは僕に教えてくれた。命は巡る輪っかで死はでも。もしその通りならどうしてかな。この子。それはすぐに答えの出るような問題じゃないから。もちろんナウだよ。ハッキングなんてした理由は聞かないでほしいんだけど、ビッグシードって言葉、ここはフォローだから無線信号を拾えないけど。
僕をお呼びだろうか。
And that's the other thing too, is that, I mean, she definitely is not, she's definitely on the low end of empathy, but she was also raised that way, right? She was found in a hollow, raised by a robot, and also raised by a robot in the military, you know? Like, I imagine you're gonna have a lot of children who are raised by a strict military family to be relatively not as empathetic as other people. I imagine the Spartan training that a military, mother and father might raise their child in would maybe leave them a little emotionally deadened and not as empathetic, you know? It's perfectly normal. And even more so, you're dealing with a fucking robot. And then in the military, where no one's really paying attention to her because Seed is taking care of her. So it's like, it's understandable that she wouldn't understand these concepts because these concepts never came up. Like, we as people, we understand these concepts because we come across them, right? We have friends, we socialize. We have friends who, lose their parents, lose their family members. You yourself lose a family member, so you kind of learn about death that way. Flora was found in a hollow, maybe before she could really understand what was going on. And then everyone just kept hiding and protecting her from the real world. And it's like, yeah, no shit, she doesn't understand the real world when you go out of your way to keep her away from it. In fact, even this lie here is a way to get around her from understanding and recognizing her, adoptive father's death. If you made her understand that yes, Seed Senior is dead, you will never see him again. That is what death means. She could have an emotional breakthrough. She's already trying to have that, but then once she starts having this discussion, what do? Oh, we bring up our lie just so that she never has to deal with these kind of tough decisions, which is not the way you raise children. Like, if you want to protect them, sure, but she's way too old for this. Sure, you don't tell a child the harsh reality of death when they're 5, but when they're 10, they should be able to understand the concept of death, and they should be able to start the beginning process of kind of understanding it as a concept and accepting it.
以下の知能構造体ユニットは現在の機体より意識を切り離し、論理コアのバージョンアップは現在初期段階が完了。関係人員は一時的に新規のボディを使用した上で長期間隔離訓練プログラムディープダイブ作戦に直接編入され、多次元戦術演算および世代間意識強調任務を遂行します。関係人員は以下になります。特別警告。訓練期間中。
ビッグシードは秘密のでも。
軍用知能構造体には。
And that's the thing, is that she didn't know. And now because you lied about this, you have to come up with so many other lies, and every lie you tell could be figured out. And contradicted, because eventually you're going to have to keep up this lie forever. Because it's like... I don't know. How old is she? I assume she was 16 or something like that. So it's how long you get, she should be old, she's not 10. So she should be probably, 16 years old. She's over 10 years old. And at that point, she should be able to understand death. You shouldn't need to hide it from her. Especially because it's this kind of thing where you're going to have to hide it from her for the rest of, are you going to pretend and create new lies to hide this from her for the rest of her life? Come on, I understand hiding it from her for a little bit if she was too young to be able to handle it, but no, she's obviously old enough to handle this shit. So hiding it from her is only going to affect her negatively rather than positively.
本当にそうなの。
また背が伸び。どうした？人間は大きくなることで強く。
嬉しくなんかないよ。
それもそうだ。コックピットの。だが人間は成長と無縁ではいられない。
僕、知能構造体になりたい。
成長を恐れるな。お前が成長してく。
どうして？
俺にはしばらく休息。
眠いの？
これはただの休息ではない。長い眠りになることが予想される。
僕がちゃんとしなかった。
いいや、お前。
それで？
お前がより強くなる。
いまいちピンとこないな。
Oh wow, he died. Oh, actually, no, I guess. No, they did say the last time he woke up, was it when she joined the Defense Force? Was that it? She joined the Opal Squad? I'm not sure. I thought it would be later than this point of her life.
あのフォロー？
それはいつかわかる。やめろ。
笑ってるだけでいいの？やっぱり。また寝ちゃった？最近ちょっと寝すぎだよ。とにかく約束したからね。おやすみ。
生存者を発見。繰り返す。生存者を発見。まだ子供だ。やはり救助活動を打ち切るべきでは。半月もここに閉じ込められる。
警告。ターゲットを最上級高危険度対象。
何？
警告。自己監視システムへの干渉は禁。
Oh, interesting. So that little scene right there was part of the scene in the video. So there was a Seed promotional video on Zenless on Zero's YouTube channel, which basically animated that intro scene where Seed found Flora in the hollow, and his self-defense mechanisms did almost try to kill her, but then he ripped something out of his head, which I assume is his logic core from context later. Which damaged him, and basically led him into a downward spiral, where his mind continued to degrade because of that damage. But he broke it so that he wouldn't kill her in the hollow because of his messed up self-defense protocols. So, and that's why she's asleep. Now it's weird that she will remember from his perspective.
どうしてこんな夢を見たんだろう。
And it is a little weird too, where they say like she's super emotionless. It's like, I don't think she is emotionless, because the fact is she does get along with her fellow party members. I do think that, yeah, like obviously her common sense is askew, because she was found in a hollow and she was raised by a robot, seemingly by himself, seemingly with no one from the Defense Force helping raise her. So it's not surprising that like her common sense is weird, because Seed's telling him from his perspective, which is his perspective as an intelligent construct, so he doesn't know what it's like to be a human or a girl. So it's surprising that he's not going to give her the best advice and raise her in the healthiest of ways. And ideally, the rest of the military should have realized that and been like, we'll send someone to help take care of her, and and kind of like raise her normally, introduce her concepts she should know. But they're like, nope. Yeah, surprisingly, when you find a girl when you find a girl who has, it's basically it's like finding her in the hollow is kind of like finding a child who's like been raised by wolves or something like that. And then you, instead of giving it to a human to help them realize how to be more human, you give them to a robot, and it's just like, and are surprised that they don't become more human. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? No shit. Like, if you wanted her to become more human, you should have had her raised by humans. You give it to a robot who's just trying to fake it until he makes it, who's also, in the rescuing of her, ended up damaging his body, so his mind is constantly being degraded. So it's like, it's like he has cancer. It's like, oh, cool, we're gonna give you to a robot with cancer, so they're gonna die pretty quick. That seems like a good parent, for a good single parent, someone who's not even the same species or fake gender, and also who's gonna die soon. Like a perfect parent right there. Like the fact that no one thought otherwise is a little stupid. And then, I think, and Veronica's just completely insane. Like, I don't get why a doctor in the self-defense force is going off by herself to rescue criminals in the Hollow. It's like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? Why the hell are you doing this? Like, how is that your job? You're a medic in the military. Like, your job isn't to go onto the front lines to rescue people. Like, your job is to protect the military when they go in. And sure, if you had an entire squad with you, you might go in to help the squad and help any people you rescue. But yeah, Veronica is super weird in this. She's way too suspicious, and she's way too stupid. The fact that she's saying, oh, clearly you can't empathize with these career criminals who act like entitled little bitches after their lives have been saved by you. Well, if you can't empathize with the worst of the worst, then clearly you're just not human. So what? How does that make any sense?
計画によると、ここのエーテリアスを全部片付けろってことだよね。でもよく聞け、シード隊員。これは任務であり、試験でもあるのだ。隊長が駆けつける前に、独力で任務を遂行せよ。まだ足りない。ビッグシードは同時に100体のエーテリアスを。シード、やはりここにいたか。大丈夫でありますか、シード。皆さん心配していたのですよ。僕は大丈夫だよ。心配するべきはエーテリアスの方じゃないかな。ふざけるな、シード。これはお前一人の任務ではないんだぞ。マル先生、戦闘準備。手を出さないでよ。これは僕の戦いなんだから。隊長だって僕に強くなってほしいでしょ。水やりの時間だよ。
The thing is, she appreciates it. So appreciation is an emotion, So clearly she shows emotion. You're just but Veronica's just getting mad that she doesn't express the exact same emotion she does in the exact same way, which of course is completely stupid. And that's why Veronica is so dumb.
あのデクノボーと最後に話したのが正直なやつだった。自分のつまりお前がくたばった後、05フォローで拾ってきたよくもまあ平然と。 今のお前は吹けば消えるような。
おぬび隊長。
吹けば消えるか。言えて妙だ。だが、とある筋によると、お前たちの正体は普通ではないよう
だ。どこのおしゃべりが漏らしやがった。
やはりか。ならばなおさらお前たちに託すのがふさわしい。少なくとも俺たちが目指す。
お前は何を追い求めてる。
そうだ。あの子がフォローの中で半月も。俺はそれが知りたい。これはキュートか。
本当に何もかも話すつもりなんだな、デカブツ。
And that's also the weird thing too, is that, but what he's saying would if you need to understand what happened back then that would presume that you found her 11 years ago. That 11 years ago, when the catastrophe happened, she lived for half a month in there after that catastrophe, and you found her at that point. In which case, she would at very least be 11 years old, and you found her and she was walking, so she's probably like 4 or 5. So again, she's like 16 plus. So it is super weird that you're trying to hide the concept of death, especially from someone in the military, where death is all around. Like, you really need to like kind of explain this shit to her properly. So the fact that you're pretending her adoptive father is still alive to a 16-year-old is like, no, she's old enough to accept this shit. You shouldn't be hiding it. And you're just stunting her growth by hiding it.
こいつは軍の量産型戦闘用知能構造体。そしてお前も聞いたはずだ。こいつが例のガキを救出した時、なぜかおそらくシステムは例のガキを危険だと判断してたに違いない。
さすがの鋭さだ、鬼火隊長。
It's hard to say though, because the reason why I think the Iron Order went off is because she had lived in there. She hadn't been succumbed to corruption, but she could have an incredibly high ethereal density, right? So she could be incredibly resistant to it, but she could have been like chock full of ether, because while she's able to resist it, she's still being imbued by it. And so it could be that she has like an ethereal density that like is close to an ethereal. And so that's why the system went off. Oh, welcome back. So my thought was that the reason why his Iron Order went off and he tried to kill Seed is because Seed just was chock full of ether, which, you know, her ether concentration might have gone down since she started living out in the real world. And her concentration. So, yeah, but no one ever, like, talks about that, so hard to say.
お言葉ですが、恋か否かという問題ではないかと。トリガーの言う通りだ。そんなひどい。
Oh, interesting. So she was causing they're going berserk and bursting into flames. So she can cause them to do that. Interesting. It's hard to say if she's doing it manually or if it's like actually some like metaphysical power.
当たり前だ。機能を停止したお前のところに。隊長は物言いこそこんな感じですが。
ありがとう。本当に。
マセ。
あの子を託されてくれるならそだが俺の活動限界は近い。あの子との接し方や情緒を安定させる術は俺が死んでも
知られると暴走のリスクがあるからな。
I mean, this is kind of dumb though, because it's hard to say, it's hard to prove that the reason her power went berserk before was because of this. I understand you want to keep her emotions stable so she doesn't freak out, but again, hiding it from her, she will eventually figure it out, and she could figure it out in the worst moment, too. And in a moment that will guarantee her to freak out. So it's better to be told and let down properly. Oh, okay. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so she, I mean, yeah, that's the whole point. Like, hiding death is so weird for a soldier who's had to have seen it multiple times. But it is interesting, so she has freaked out before. And it's trying to hide it, but at this point, it's just like, I don't know, like, hasn't it been long enough? Like, at what point do you know it's good? Because, like, whole point is like, you know, so she won't freak out. But if she's not she's already been able to hold it together, and so far, like if she's already able to hold it together after seeing dead people, then like, how are you supposed to know when she's ready to accept the death of her father, right? Because she's already not reacting. Her reacting was the only thing that you could use as a metric of her not holding it together, and now she was no longer doing that even at this point. But yeah, I mean, I think hiding it at this point was fine because she needs to get used to the Obol squad. And so, like, once she like befriended them and is more trusting of them, I think they should have let her down gently that Seed is dead. So it's weird that they're choosing at this point to still try to hide it when it's like, no, this seems like a good opportunity for it. Yeah, this is Seed's character quest.
俺がいなくなったらあの子が新しいシードだ。家族を持ったことの兵器として作られた俺にとって心の存在は検証しようがない命題だ。俺はただあの子と心を。
That's so stupid. A military doctor said she had no heart. Are you fucking kidding me? What kind of medical diagnosis is that? That's not. You're a military doctor, not a psychologist. And also, she was like, you found her at the ruins of Hollow Zero when she was like 5. You're like, oh well, I'm gonna diagnose you as having no heart. It's like, yeah, she's probably emotionally scarred, you know, from whatever happened back then. Like, to just give her some bullshit diagnosis, and then just to say it. That's how it is forever. And like the crazy thing is, you gave her this diagnosis of quote unquote no heart. And did you as a military doctor try to help treat her no heart? No, you just dumped her. You dumped her with Seed and said, okay, she has no heart. Well, we'll just give her to a military robot AI. That will clearly help develop her human emotions. It's so fucking stupid. Yeah, exactly. This is why you don't continue to layer lies upon lies. Is that because she's like, oh, okay, well, if I get stronger, so she's basically risking herself, putting herself in danger because you guys don't have the balls to tell her, yeah, your father's dead. You know, we can help you work through it. But you're like, nope, you want to hide it. And also, like, yeah, you're just layering another lie, which of course she's not going to listen to you. You know, because this is what happens when you keep lying on layering those lies. And you're not like telling her any answers. You're just saying, I think you're wrong. It's like, great, awesome. You know, it's super constructive criticism to say, yes, you're doing something wrong. Like, I don't think this is what he intended. I'm not going to tell you what he intended. No. I need you to think of 5 other wrong examples and risk your life 5 more times before I'll actually tell you the truth. So you stop doing this bullshit. It's like, dude, come on, man.
ビッグシードを呼び戻すためにオイルやニトロフューエル、それにオイルは機体のフルメンテで、ニトロフューエルはベロニカ先生のことなんだけど、あの人からはあのシードが私にも分かるよう話して。僕はいつだって真面目だよ。ベロニカ先生に。
そのベロニカという人物がどんな計画を立てているかは分からないけれど。
Yeah, exactly. Veronica's way too shady. And just dumb. She's gonna get herself and others killed.
計画はいくつかあって、最近けどあんたが強くなること、僕たちの約束なんだ。ビッグシードは極秘任務の真っ最中でも僕のノックノックに返事をくれるんだもん。きっと伝えたいことを分かっても。やっとシードが自分の思いを話してくれた。問題は彼女の推測自体に私は。
Yeah, I mean, and that's what's so stupid about this, right? Is because they themselves don't know who's leaving those messages. So despite not knowing who's leaving messages as her father, you wanted to layer a bunch of extra lies on top of it. But it's like you always have one variable you can't control, which is those messages. And because you layered this lie on top of it, because those messages exist, she thinks, oh, well, he's still at least paying attention to me. Whereas the whole point of this lie was to stall for time. To be like, no, he's on a mission, he can't ever communicate, you just gotta wait and that's all you can do. But because you can't control the variable that you could never have controlled, she has other ideas. So realistically, you should have never put in the lie in the first place, especially when there's such a huge variable like Seed actually still talking to her.
黒騎士君、僕ずっと迷ってたんだ。でも息苦しいのが消えないんだ。
Yeah, like that's the thing, is that she does feel emotions, she just doesn't know how to verbalize them. Like, she does, and that's what's so stupid about the military doctors. Like, she has a heart. Like, you diagnosed a girl who just experienced a traumatic event and lived in a hollow for half a month. And you said, yeah, you have no heart. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, of course, like, yeah, not surprisingly enough, people who are suffering from PTSD or some sort of trauma might be a little emotionally dead inside. And you have to kind of help break them out of their shell. So giving a diagnosis like that is so incredibly irresponsible and stupid, because of course it's not an actual diagnosis. Also, you're a military doctor, so presumably you're a physical doctor, not a mental one. So it's like you give a mental diagnosis, which should presumably be outside your expertise, which is backed up by the fact that the diagnosis itself was incredibly stupid. Like, there is no heart disease. There's no psychologist in the world who will say, yep, no heart is a diagnosed, clinical mental condition.
君がビッグシードのことを思っているのと同様に、僕もリンも今の君のように先生を思い出して息が詰まりそうになって。
でも僕たちはみんな命って。そうだね。命は巡る輪のよ。あんたとビッグシード、私たちと先生はきっとそういう点なんだと思う。それ以上離れることはないけど。リン、ちょっと例えがシリアスすぎる。そんなのある。そうだな。僕とリンにとっては HDD 今度からそれをよく見るんだ。思い出に満ちた者たちが教えてくれる。大切な人はいつも形を変えて僕たちのそばに。ありがとう、黒騎士君。いや、僕とビッグシードが同じ速さで進んでる。どれくらい。
It's also like, it's also silly because the point she was making with the speed is that you Flora have already going at a faster speed than Seed, so you've already passed Seed And that's why you'll never meet him again, because you're continuing to go at a faster speed. So Flora's like, well, I'll just go at a faster speed. It's like, no, you're fucked. It's like, you're done. You've already passed him. You'll never catch him again. But obviously it's like a circle. It's like, oh, I'll come around. It's like, yeah, but you're dead before you come around. Also, like, yeah, the circle of life is not really like one circle. It's just the circle of generic life. So she just hasn't conceptualized it in the correct way, and no one's bothering to correct her. Which is understandable. You kind of want to explain it in a way that she would understand. So if she understands this analogy, then you probably want to do what they did and try to say, okay, well, we are on the same circle, but because we're going different speeds, that's how we're able to intersect and meet each other. And they tried to say, yeah, you're going at a faster speed, and you've passed them, and you'll never see them again. Oh, it's in here. I just find that weird. It's like, I saw my investigative skills. Like, you're a soldier. Soldiers don't necessarily have investigative skills. What? I think calling her out for her bad manners is not a nasty thing to do. You literally shouted in her face, like... What's that? The criminals that we found in the hollow are out and about? It's like, why aren't they arrested? Why weren't they... Like, that's the reason why Seed needed to take them out. Because he was like, oh, you should just, like, provide us cover so that we can escape and get out ourselves. Like, no. You being here is a crime. You need to be taken out, escorted, and arrested because you're doing something illegal. We'll treat you like humans and not let you die, but try to protect you, getting you out, but you still have committed a crime and you need to go to jail. So the fact that he's out and about does call Veronica's whole thing into question. It's like, so she basically helped them escape and let criminals go. Wait, that's even worse. So not only are, because like just them being in the Hollow is illegal. They cannot be there. It is illegal for them to be in the Hollow without credentials. But they also they had stolen military equipment on their person. Like, how is that not even more illegal? And she just let them go? Like, some guys are in the hospital, sure, but why the fuck is the leader of the criminals out and about? Like, cool, you brought your mechs back, but like, Jesus Christ, what a lunatic. Like, I haven't even done anything this time. It's like, it doesn't matter. I helped you out of the Hollow. That is proof positive you committed a crime. You're going to jail for that. Just because I didn't catch you committing a crime this time doesn't undo all the crimes you did before. I bet it's Veronica to begin with. I bet Veronica is quote-unquote rescuing these Hollow Raiders, confiscating the military mechs that they're trying to steal, and then keeping them for herself without actually returning them. I bet that's what's happening.
言っとくが今回の件に関しちゃ俺たちは無結論から言うと俺も軍の機密なんてもしホローレイダーの誰かが仕入れてたらホローレイダーの仕業俺が知ってるのはそこまで
じゃあ話題を変えよっかホローレイダー
ってあんだけ追跡装置を用意してたのは全部盗み出した軍用メックにつけるためだただ一つ引っかかってんのは追跡装置を
Yeah, exactly. So it's probably Veronica who took him.
フォローの端っこにしばらくいたと思うどういうことそうとしか考えない
Yeah, perhaps it's the person who was the military person who was with them.
機密物資の行方じゃなくて改めてこっちの事件を追うの
これは直感なんだけどね
おまだあの軍用メックを追うのかだったらちょうどいい
Wait, what? Did you say... You literally just said that your trackers disappeared. You literally said that. You said, then I checked. They never made it back. Instead, they showed up at the edge of the Hollow and then just vanished. How can your trackers be helpful if you already admitted that they vanished? No, obviously he's suspicious. Okay, well, I'm not going to do this right now. Oh, God damn it. Oh, there it is. So, yeah, I'm going to put a pin on this, and I'll continue this more tomorrow, because I've been walking for an hour and 6 minutes, so I'm sweaty and hungry.
Not a lot of nice things.
So, okay, so I will be taking a short break. I realize I actually haven't done my Divergent Universe, so I'm going to be popping into Honkai Star Rail in about 10 to 20 minutes, doing my Divergent Universe run. I have to do. Actually, it's not even Divergent Universe. I'm going to be doing Swarm because I have maxed out my points in Divergent, so I still have a few things I could earn in Swarm. So I'll do Swarm real quick, maybe a Swarm run or two, and actually, probably I think I only need one Swarm run. To max out my points. I only do it to max out points. And then I'll hop into Genshin maybe. Let's see. 6 o'clock? Yeah, Swarm shouldn't take too long, so I might put a few hours into Genshin after that. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.